Staging your home for sale is one of the best things you can do to set yourself up for success, but understandably, not everybody has the budget to do so. So today, I want to share some free and some inexpensive ways to help increase the perception of value. It'll be minimal effort for maximum return. Let's elevate the look and feel of your home, and we're starting now. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Erica Monroe. I'm a realtor in the Bay Area and I specialize in Solano County. If you've been to my channel before, you know that I'm a huge proponent of home staging and I don't believe that you have to hire a professional. So my very first free tip is get rid of heavy drapery. You know what I'm talking about. There's excess fabric, a lot of folds. They look like they belong in a palace and not a typical home. It's the quickest way to date a space that would otherwise be more than acceptable, especially if they're hung low on the wall. It cuts the height of the ceiling, making the space feel much more squat than it really is. Simply removing them will bring the room back into this decade. You're suddenly going to be aware of all the beautiful natural light that's available. If you want to provide a more polished look, you can definitely add drapes. I'd encourage you to hang them anywhere from 6 to 8 inches above the edge of the window because again, we want to give the perception of taller ceilings. And I'd encourage you to hang the rod 5 to 6 inches past either side of the window, again creating the illusion of a much larger window, draw the eye up, and make the ceiling height feel that much more impressive. Hanging wall art or wall decor at the appropriate height is instantly going to make your space feel more expensive. Buyers don't necessarily evaluate scale of a room, but they'll certainly know if something feels awkward. If you hang your art too high above a couch or bed, it's going to feel disproportionate. It may feel like the wrong size art, even if it's appropriate for that couch or piece of furniture. So rule of thumb is to hang your art 6 to 8 inches above your couch, your bed, your entryway, or buffet table. That might feel low and might not feel practical, but I promise you that is the appropriate scale. That's instantly going to make your space feel that much more expensive. If you have torn or patched window screens, take them out of the window. This is often overlooked and a quick way for a buyer to notice that the home doesn't feel well maintained, even if that's not a realistic assumption, because these things happen over time. It's common wear and tear. But for a buyer, they're going to be looking to take notice of all the projects that they have to take on. So if you have torn or patched window screens, take them out of the window. Don't throw them away. It'd actually be great if you labeled them and tucked them neatly in the garage or out of sight. Then a buyer can appreciate a clean window with an unobstructed view. You can disclose to them that you have them available once you're in contract, and they can choose to place them back in the window or get them repaired by a local handyman. You could also do so, but I don't think it's a great use of your funds, especially if you're on a tight budget. I'd probably allocate those funds towards a more dramatic improvement. If you have colorful bath mats, a mat around the toilet, absolutely get rid of them. We're already dealing with likely a smaller space, and having large blocks of color is one, going to make it feel cheap, it's going to make it look choppy, and it's going to give the perception that it's actually a smaller space. The more flooring you can show, the larger the room will feel and you won't have competing colors. This goes for shower curtains as well. This is actually worth investing in. It probably costs you $20 to get a neutral shower curtain. It'll look crisp and clean and it won't again take away or distract from the space. And in the same vein, get rid of your shampoo and conditioner bottles. You can tuck them in the cabinet. Again, I know it's a little bit of a pain, but you're doing this for you. You're setting yourself up for your best possible shot at selling quickly and for the most amount of money. Colorful bottles look cheap. It adds to the clutter. It distracts from the space. You want to show as neutral and clean of a space as possible. That means don't have used towels hanging on the walls either. One regular towel, one hand towel is all you need. Get rid of the clutter and instantly your room will feel that much more expensive. If you have large, bulky furniture, talking couches, armchairs, big armoires, that's instantly going to make a space feel smaller and less functional, i.e. less expensive. So get rid of as much bulky furniture as possible. It's fine to leave a couch. It can help anchor a space and show a buyer how to utilize the room, but I would much rather have negative space and an empty feeling room to showcase the size versus having too much furniture in there. Now, if you have several brightly colored rooms, I would absolutely encourage you to invest in painting them. That's going to feel like a project to a buyer, and it typically does not appeal to the broader audience. So selecting a neutral color. I happen to love Alabaster by Sherwin-Williams. It's a beautiful warm white. It's not too stark. Stark white can feel really cheap as well. It's a beautiful warm white. Or Drift of Mist, also by Sherwin-Williams. It's a little bit more of a greigey, beigey color. By itself, it can still look very white, but if you have white baseboards or white trim, it'll give more of that greigey, beigey, warm feel. I would paint the wall, the ceilings, any trim, baseboards, all the same color, especially if you have shorter ceilings. It's going to draw the eye up and give you the perception of more height. If you already have tall ceilings, let's emphasize them. Paint them the same color, and it's going to make the space feel so much more luxurious. If you look at model homes of new construction, you'll notice that the ceiling is never a different color than the walls. You won't have that harsh line to make the walls and ceiling feel shorter. If you do have some funds to put towards light staging, these are the 3 items that I always place in homes that I'm selling. Number 1, potted trees. I like olive trees, something similar to this. It adds texture, it adds some tone. It can fill an awkward negative corner or space. Natural elements tend to elevate the look and feel of a room. I would absolutely stay away from florals though. Silk flowers are really hard to make look expensive. I would go for greenery because it's more subtle and it's just going to add to a space as opposed to distract from it. I also always invest in accent pillows or just pillow covers. So something neutral, a geometric pattern, nothing like paisleys or nothing that's going to compete with the texture of the couch. Adding these will make the couch look more expensive. If it's not the most desirable couch, it'll distract from them. It'll make the space feel that much more put together. The last item, which I think has a big impact, are area rugs, and you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars on them. You can find them pretty inexpensively online. I'd like to find something neutral that complements the decor in the space, just lays the foundation for a more polished look. However, you want to make sure that you get the right size. The front feet of your furniture should just rest on the area rug, and the area rug shouldn't be more than about 6 inches wider than your couch or largest piece of furniture. And if your dining and family room are in the same space, I wouldn't necessarily place 2 area rugs. The dining room would be fine on its own. The family or living room is where I would focus to help anchor the space. If you're looking for more detailed tutorials, I've got you covered. I've done videos on how to stage a bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, a family room, even outdoor spaces. You have the power to help elevate the look and feel of your home. Utilize what you have, showcase the beautiful elements of your home, and you will sell your house for more money and more quickly. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.